What is up, everyone? Today we're doing the full Spark Flips showcase reveal of 2024. But this is not just a showcase reveal. We're also going to rate all my Balisongs in the full collection. I can't wait, guys. Holy crap. Alright, well, let's get right into that. So I'm gonna go, I think I'm gonna go in order from Balisongs I bought earliest to newest. So to start, we've got this Amazon Balisong. I think this was like $8 on Amazon. This is the thing I started with. I'm sure there's a lot of people that started with this thing as well. Yeah, it's the $8 Amazon. Definitely nothing too good. Definitely very heavy. I think this thing was probably like over 5 ounces easily. So very heavy. Balance is completely off, but hey, it still flips. It's $8. It's metal. It's a Balisong. Come on. Actually, I did throw this thing yesterday as well on the concrete. Maybe you saw that short I made. I pretended to throw my Superfly, but I actually threw this thing instead. Maybe I fooled a few of you out there. But I did not actually. The Superfly is safe, guys. Do not worry. The Superfly has not touched any concrete in its lifetime yet. But anyways, so worst to best, I'm going to put the Vornex dead last. I'm sorry, Vornex. I believe that's the brand. $8 Balisong. You're going last. All right. Second Balisong I ever bought was the OG Squiddy. A massive upgrade. Like, it's literally like this. The thing I would compare it to, like going from like something like this to a Squiddy, is like going from like a 30 hertz game to 120 hertz. It's literally like that. If you play games, you know what I'm talking about. It's like that feeling. It's amazing. It just feels so much smoother in every way. Okay, sorry. Yeah, it's way smoother. It just feels better. It's definitely not, compared to my other Balisongs, this thing is definitely not the greatest, but it's definitely a good start for sure for almost everyone. So yeah, the Squiddy, I think I'm going to put the Squiddy probably like right here. We'll leave the Squiddy there. Next thing I bought was the Squiddy B. I bought this like, I guess I should say when I bought all these, because that is kind of important. Not really, but it's kind of interesting. I think I bought this about 4 or 5 years ago, like 2019, 2020. I think I bought this Squiddy maybe 2020 or 2021, and then this thing probably 2022. So yeah, that's the dates for all these. The Squiddy B, though, definitely a nice improvement from the OG Squiddy. A little bit heavier. And yeah, I think just overall better flipping experience for the most part. And it's really quiet too. I think the main problem for me with why I don't flip the Squiddy that much is it's so loud. Like, this thing is so loud. You're gonna wake up your whole like neighborhood with this thing. This thing is way too loud. And the Squiddy Beat definitely silences that out a lot. Like, this thing it's probably the quietest Balisong you can buy, I would honestly say. So Squiddy Bee, definitely better than the Squiddy. Nothing too big of an improvement. We'll just put it just to the left of the Squiddy. All right, next up, what did I buy after that? I think I bought, we'll just go through this rack first. I think it was probably the default. The default, ooh, the default. This thing has got to get a nice ranking. The default is probably like my first really high quality Balisong I ever got. Actually, that's not true. I did buy the Triton. I bought the Triton from Squid Industries before that. Yeah, the default, very unique flipping experience. I have a whole review on this thing if you want to check it out. But yeah, the default's definitely a really good Balisong. Especially if you're just starting out. This thing is nice, really big handles. Sounds really unique. So yeah, I definitely recommend the default to anyone of any skill level. And we'll probably throw this thing, I'm gonna throw it right here, just nicely right here. Oof, okay, we'll go with the Orion. LDY Orion here. This thing is so nice. Probably the cheapest sandwich design you can get. Except for this. I guess this would count as a sandwich, right? But this thing is very nice, very high quality. It honestly, like, it's basically like the cheap version of a Superfly, is my opinion. That's what I think of it. Like, it's a Superfly. Feels very similar to a Superfly, but definitely does not flip nearly as good. Still very nice, though. No complaints with the LDY Orion V1.5 here. And I think I'll probably put this just right above the default. I'll go right above the default here. Just because it was a little more expensive. I think the default's 68. The Orion was 75. Oof, next, okay. The Squiddy Owl. This thing, I would argue, is probably Squid Industries' best value for a product easily. I think most people would even say that. Like, it has to be the best value for a Balisong on their website. The Squiddy Owl, fully aluminum. Very nice flipping experience. It's kind of unique. It is very loud. Like this thing is very loud. It has a nice sound to it though, but it is very loud. But yeah, I think it's only like 85 bucks. One of the cheaper Balisongs on Squid Industries, but very high quality. You can tell it has a great build quality, just like most of Squid's products. And this is no exception to that. So yeah, the Squiddy Owl, probably gonna put it right above the Orion. Put it right here. Again, best to worst down here. All right, the stand has been completed. We're gonna save the big dude for last, I think, and then yeah, we'll just hop into my Nabali's case. My Nabali's case has 4. Now this case only does fit 3, but you can actually cut this part out right here. This is like supposed to hold the accessories for it. You can cut the middle part out though, and you can fit a 4th one in there. So yeah, got the Teflon Volp here. Now Teflon Volp, I made a whole video on this. It's a whole thing, guys. My relationship with this thing has been quite messy, I'll be honest. So this is obviously going to be quite a subjective pick for me. But the Teflon Volp I'm going to have to put right in the middle, because if you didn't know, this thing got tap after like 2 days of just like dropping very minor drops on carpet. I don't know what happened, but pretty sad. Especially when this thing was supposed to have better build quality than the original Volp, and yeah, it did not hold up as well as the Volp. Because here's my Volp. I actually used this as a beater for like 4 days. Absolutely no tap. And it's just, I don't know. Basically the same flipping experience. Definitely has a little different feeling to the material though. Different sound. But yeah, basically identical other than that. So therefore I'm going to have to rate the Volp just above the Teflon Volp. Maybe even, we'll put it 2 ranks above. We'll space these out a bit too, because I think I could probably fit them all. Okay. Next up, we'll go with the cheese. This thing is actually beautiful. This thing is easily, well, probably Nabali's best product. Easily one of Nabali's best product out there. Great value. It looks cool. It's probably public friendly. You don't have to worry about anyone like stopping you in public for this. And yeah, sadly this thing again, similar to the Teflon Volp for me, it did get tap after like one wooden floor drop. One of these screws came out, I re-Loctited it, and it did not fix it. So that's quite sad. But still nice to flip. I mean, tap is not going to ruin it. It's not going to ruin the flipping experience too much for you. It might feel a bit wobbly, but other than that, still great. Has a really nice sound to it as well. It is Teflon coated. And yeah, the cheese by Nabali's. I think we'll throw this thing just above the Volp. Also, I forgot to mention, on the Volps, if you're like a trainer flipper like me, as in someone who like only flips trainers, I would not recommend getting the bottle opener. There's a version you can get where you don't have to get the bottle opener one, because man, this thing, if you accidentally do a chaplain on the bite handle, you are gonna be in a world of hurt, especially if you do it way too hard, because this thing will absolutely rip into your finger, especially if your fingers are smaller. Like you are gonna not enjoy that. So definitely would not recommend. I'm pretty sure there might not be an option for the Teflon Volp, but for the Volp you can get it. So it's just like flattened. So there's no bottle opener, but yeah. Just a little heads up there if you're thinking about getting these. All right, lastly, the wing. The wing. Man, the wing is absolutely Nabali's best product. I would probably say by far, honestly. I do not have the Volt Pro yet. I don't think I have any plans on getting it. But that might be better. But that, again, or not again, I didn't even say anything about the Volt Pro. But the Volt Pro, I think the Volt Pro is like 160 bucks. And this thing, I got this thing for $100 because it was blemished. But I think this thing comes in at like 120 or 140. So I would say definitely go with the Wing if you're deciding between the Wing or the Volt Pro. The Wing is just the better option. Like, it's an incredible flipper, very small handles. It is a long, has a really cool sound to it. And yeah, it's the Wing right here. Love this thing. I'm gonna put this thing right above the Squiddy Owl. I'm gonna move this stuff down because I just realized there's a lot more that are better than these, not gonna lie. So we'll move all these down. Obviously I'm gonna change stuff around as well towards the end. But let's get right in to the big boy here. We're gonna get right into it. Here's my big case, my Will Hirsch case. As you can see right here. Let's hop right in. Alright, we'll start at the top here. So at top we got the Flytanium Zenith. I love the Flytanium Zenith, honestly. It is very cheap. Definitely a good for beginner Balisong. Has a cool ring to it. I did a video on this as well. I did an unboxing on this like a week ago or so. So yeah, the Flytanium Zenith right here. I really do like this thing a lot. It can, I don't know, like the build quality seems kind of cheap. Like the metal used seems a bit like on the cheaper side. I could be wrong on that, but that also might be because the speed channels that kind of give it that feel. But yeah, it definitely does feel a lot different than my other Balisongs flipping. For some reason, I can't really put a finger on it, but Flytanium Zenith right here, guys. And I think I'll probably put this, probably gonna throw this behind the default. We'll put it right between here. I think that's a good spot for it right there. Okay. Next up, the Squid Industries Mako V5. This thing is really nice. I really like all the Balisongs that have very small handle gaps. I know sometimes that can be like a bad thing, but it just feels so much better to flip something with very little handle gaps. So yeah, the Mako V5, definitely not. I mean, it's kind of debatable if this thing is worth the price. I mean, it's on bearings. It's $135. Well, this one is because this one's dual tone, but I had to get the dual tone red here. This thing looks amazing though. I think it's just a nice thing if you're like a collector to have a Mako, because it's just a fun little thing. You know, it's literally a shark, guys. Come on, it's a shark. How can you not want this in your collection? But yeah, just a little thing there.
What the Sigma?
That's the dual tone Mako. I would probably put this right in between, probably in between these two. We'll throw that there. Okay. Next up, next up we'll go with we got the BB Barfly Barracuda V2. This thing is their newest product. Just came out. This thing is much lighter than all the other BB Barfly products. Has a very interesting sound to it as well. And it has these cool grips on the side as well. I did a whole video on this as well. It's a whole thing, guys. There was some drama in there as well. A whole drama ensued from this thing. So if you want to, you know, I did a video. I think it was one of my last videos. I think it was 2 videos ago. So if you want to check out that drama, if you're a drama guy. There's a whole drama that ensued from this thing, but here it is. It has these grips on the side. And also, I just figured out today, this is one of the only Balisongs you can actually balance on like the side like this. Like there's a little angle. You can have it on an angle here, which is kind of cool because of these little, they milled it out on the side here, so you can actually do that. Yeah, I really do like this thing, the Barracuda V2. I never had the original Barracuda, but I'd imagine it's pretty similar to this. But yeah, so Barracuda V2, we'll throw, where will I throw the Barracuda V2? Never thought about this one. I think I'll throw it right in between. Yeah, we'll throw it right here. I'll throw it right there, guys. Okay. we'll save the display one for last, but I guess you guys already know what that is. Next up, though, we got the Barracuda Firefly ZX1. I think I like this thing a little bit better than the Barracuda V2, just because it's heavier and the sound is so much better. I think the Barracuda sound does get a little annoying, I can't even lie. But this thing is very nice. I don't think you'll ever get tired of this sound. Sounds really good, for sure. So, therefore, I will put the Barracuda ZX1 Firefly. Yeah, we'll put it right above the wing. I'm going to put it right up on the wing, guys. I'm sorry. All you wing lovers out there. We're going to put it above the wing. Okay, next up. This one is quite debatable. The Triton V2. And again, I have to mention the handle gap. I love how small the handle gaps are on these things, guys. These things, like Squid Industries does it really well. Again, I don't know anything about handle gaps. I know there's like a reason they shouldn't be super small, but I really like how it feels when it just like almost completely closes. Feels a lot better, I feel like, but yeah. Triton V2. It's quite a standard flipper. I think this thing is definitely a bit overpriced, and it is discontinued now. Rightfully so for most people, because it isn't very good overall, but compared to their other more expensive products. But the Triton V2, we'll throw it right below the Mako V5. I think that's a good spot. All right, last two, in fact. Saving the last two for last, or sorry, the best two for last. We've got the Squid Trainer V4. Probably the overall best Balisong you can ever buy. Like, if you were to buy just one Balisong and have it for the rest of your life, I think it would just be the Squid Trainer. And I don't think that's really disputed at this point. Like, the Squid Trainer, easily one of Squid Industries' best product, if not their best product. Yeah, it's a Squid Trainer, guys. I mean, what else do you want me to say? It's just the thing I pick up if I'm trying to, like, if I'm trying to do a trick the best on something, I'm going to do.
Oh my god, bro.
I'm going to be picking up the Squid Trainer V5, or V4, sorry. Sorry, guys, not this V5. I did make a video on the Squid Trainer V5, but it was actually the Squid Trainer V4, and this is it. Squid Trainer V5, we're going to put at the best spot. The best spot, absolutely, for me. And lastly, but absolutely, actually, no, we got one more after this, sorry. One more after this. But almost lastly, we got the Superfly by BBR Fly here. This thing is absolutely perfect in every way. The weight is great. The sound is so quiet and so smooth. The material itself feels great in the hand. It's nice titanium. And there are adjustable weights on here. I have not messed with the adjustable weights yet. I don't know if I ever will, but maybe I will at some point. But yeah, the Superfly. Probably BBR Fly's best product you can buy out there. For sure. So yeah, if you're looking for a higher end Balisong, this thing does come in at $225, maybe $35. So it's definitely a heftier price and my most expensive Balisong. But yeah, still probably easily my second best flipper out of all these. But wait, we do have one more that I wanted to save for last, and it was hiding behind here. And that is the Bally Pin. And you're probably thinking to yourself, Spark Flips, what the hell are you doing with the Bally Pin? And why are you saying it's the best? Here's why. I think this thing was only 10 bucks. It can literally write stuff. I don't have the pen part, but it can literally write down stuff for you, which none of these can. Like, none of these have a pen inside of it, so you can't even write anything down. Like, what is the point of these? This thing you can literally write and draw stuff with. And not only that, this thing is very light compared to the other ones. I think this thing is only like 0.3 ounces, which is very light considering some of these are like up to 5 or like 4.8 ounces. So yeah, if you're looking for a lighter flipping experience, the Bally Pin is definitely for you. It's very cheap. It can write stuff down, which is why it is going at the #1 spot for my Balisong ranking of 2024. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been Spark Flips. This is the review. Also, another thing, owning this many Balisongs is definitely not needed, okay, guys? Don't do what I did. I bought all of these, almost all these except the ones I started at the video, in the last 3 weeks, guys. Believe it or not, I bought all of these 3 weeks ago, which is a big oof to the bank account, okay? But it's been a fun journey. I'm really enjoying making content for you guys for these, with all these. And yeah, I hope to make more. The only other Balisong that is on its way is the Edit Light. The Edit Light by FlipForge. And that thing did just ship, so hopefully it'll be here in the next week or so. And yeah, so expect Edit Light unboxing hopefully in the next few weeks, or maybe even week, or maybe days, who knows? Who knows when that thing will arrive, but that it is it though. That is the video. Yeah, were you surprised that I put the Bally Pen at number 1? Were you surprised I put the Squid Trainer above the Superfly? Let me know. Let me know down in the comments. And yeah, that's it. It has been Spark. Thank you guys for watching.